Alrighty, everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Radio Tekkers. It's the FA Cup. Yeah,
Hey!
everybody loves a good FA Cup. let's
Tanner, hit the intro.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, one and all, to Radio Tekkers. It is live here for the FA Cup quarterfinals. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. Yes. I'm Tanner, aka the Texas Gentleman, and right alongside me here on this wonderful panel is a great cast and crew of characters. First off, to my, I guess it would be to my right here on the screen, the magnificent one himself. He's just come off of covering F1 racing here for the channel, Mr. Matt Willis. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. In honor of his lordship, who can't be here for emergency reasons, kablam.
Kablam, yes.
Indeed. Yes, it's like making its debut on the channel. It was fantastic to be a part of. Thank you to everybody who joined us in the chat. Chris was one of them in the chat. Obviously, we'll get to you in a moment, sir. It was fantastic to be a part of that, but this feels like a very old school game going on here. First time these teams have met since 1999. First time they've met in the FA Cup since that fateful day at Hillsborough. Looking forward to an emotional game.
Yes, lots of nostalgia, lots of emotion headed into this game here. Right below Matt here on the screen, if you're going clockwise, we've got actually making a debut here, a proper Radio Tekkers debut. I know you've been on Chain Wrestling before, but it is Dan Griffin. Dan, how's it going?
Going very well. Thank you for having me on. I'm looking forward to the game. I may spout some utter you-know-what, but that's because it's my birthday tomorrow and I've been drinking. So apologies in advance. And again, thank you for having me on.
Well, a happy early birthday to you, sir. Glad that you could make it. It was very exciting. I personally was very excited when Matt told me that you were going to be here. So, yes, I'm very much looking forward to watching this game with you. And again, clockwise to the left of Dan, if I'm doing my
below
circles.
you, Tanner, below you.
He's right below me. How's it going down there? It's the chairperson of finances for the channel. He is also in charge of scouting, recruitment, and he's actually a Burnley fan too.
The vice president of Team Biscuits, as I like to call him. Yes, absolutely. The man of 1,001 titles.
Yes. Chris, how you doing?
Yeah, no, it's good to be back in saddle. I mean, I've been away so long that, Dan, the first time, has already overtaken me in the hierarchy, it seems. So, I'm a bit fuming about that, but, yeah.
Well, it's just by virtue of age, mate. That's all it is.
I'm using just laugh, mate. I'm used to it, so it's fine.
I will take your anonymous feedback survey very seriously once it's submitted.
And not too anonymous either.
I have to be here anyway because it's in contract. There needs to be at least one grumpy Burnley fan in every stream.
Absolutely.
Is there any other type of Burnley fan?
Yeah, true, exactly. Not at this time, anyway.
The chat's really lighting up. Thanks to people who are getting themselves settled in the chat below. Graham's going to go back up saying, Tekkers. This match takes me back to secondary school in the Midlands. Strong lineup. Indeed, we'll get to in a moment.
Indeed.
Connor Kate in the chat is saying, gentlemen, have a great first half. I'll check in a half time of his game. Indeed, I believe Connor is currently on his chat. He's actually got a link to our chat pinned in his chat. He's actually covering, I believe, the crew.
Yes, the Columbus Crew.
And Graham is also saying, congrats to me for not falling asleep watching the F1. Because it's exciting, Graham. Just because you don't like it, other people clearly did. And also,
the cars went fast. That's exciting. The cars went fast.
And a happy birthday to you, Dan, from Graham as well. And
thank you very much, Graham.
and saying with the current plight of Burnley, is Tekkers covering championship games next season? They're staying up, Greg. Get it through your head.
Yeah,
Burnley
all
are staying up.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
We might.
Awful.
It's okay. We've got our championship coverage for next voyage sorted. Everton games next year in the championship will be covered by Ray Cash. It's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. So
then
Tanner, how about we talk about these teams?
Let's do. I can't wait for the Radio Tekkers derby in the championship next season, Burnley and Everton, between Chris and
Burnley
Mads
staying
and
up.
Ray.
Madness.
Starting lineups here. We've got Nottingham Forest here as well. They're scrolling past here, so let's cover Liverpool instead, as you can see that clearly on the screen. Alisson in goal, Gomez at right back next to Konate, and Virgil van Dijk, who is captain. Tsimikas at left back as Robbo has COVID. Keita, Fabinho, and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield, and then Elliott taking the Salah role with Firmino up the middle and Jota on the left. For Nottingham Forest, their captain is also out today, but they've got Horvath in goal. Did I say that right?
I'm looking forward to you completely butchering these names.
Spence, he's playing somewhere. Figueiredo, Worrell.
I will say, I'm going to say for the benefit of the tape, as it were, they usually play
I've watched zero Nottingham Forest this season, so I'm going to lean heavily on.
For this.
Spence is playing right wing back.
Yeah,
Okay,
they normally play 3 at the back, but they've gone through a 4 at the back though due to injuries.
Okay, makes sense. Figueiredo. Thank you. Worrell, Colback, Yates, Garner, Lolly.
Of all the names, why did you pause on
Zinkernagel?
Zinkernagel.
Okay. All right. And Johnson. Johnson is also playing.
And
Davis. Thank you.
It's actually pronounced Devis.
Devis? Yes. Famed French right wing Devis. No, I think he's American, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Keenan Davis? I don't think he is.
One of them's American, either Johnson or Davis. I thought.
No, I don't think so.
Given Johnson's first name is Brennan, it's probably him.
All right, well, gentlemen, we've got the starting lineups here. Chris, I alluded earlier that I think I'm going to be leaning a little bit heavily on you here. You messaged me prior to us going and doing the show that you've watched quite a good deal of Nottingham Forest this season. What do you make of this team, and what do you make of their fairy tale run here so far in the FA Cup?
Yeah, well, I mean, Steve Cooper's done a great job in terms. When you look at them last season, they were 17th, 9 points above the relegation zone, and now they're, with games in hand, they can easily rise into the playoff places. And like you said, they've gone far in the FA Cup, and we could see this continue. I mean, I'm sure you three wouldn't like to see that, but I would as a neutral. Like Matt's alluded to, usually they do play with a back three. It looks like the 3 centre halves today will be Worrell, obviously, Figueiredo, obviously, and probably Ryan Yates will step into that position. Now that's interesting because Ryan Yates has definitely been he sort of added the bite to Steve Cooper's midfield this season for Forest. So it'll be interesting to see if, as a centre half, he can have the same impact on the game, and if Forest midfield will be weakened by that. And then it looks like, Jed Spence and Colback as the wing backs, as usual. Garner's in Zinkernagel and Lolly as 3 in midfield, and Johnson and Davis up front. And one other thing I wanted to point on as well before we probably move on to Liverpool is Horvath in net. And I really like that from Steve Cooper. Bryce Samba started the season as number 1, but ever since that, mad sending off in the 95th minute, he had for Forest. Even when he's returned from his suspension, he's still stuck with Horvath, and that's, I really like that. A manager is putting faith in his number 2 to perform well, because he has played well as Horvath. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he can continue that vein of form, because I'm sure he'll be a busy man today.
He's going to be a very busy man even without Salah and and Sadio Mane, he's still got Jota, Elliott, and Firmino to deal with, and Diaz from the bench. And let's not forget, of course, no replays, of course. It's got to be decided tonight. So strap in, kids. Put the hours to bed. Could be a penalty shootout. You never know. Because Liverpool have progressed from 6th of their 7 FA Cup ties against Nottingham Forest, but they have not won any of their last 12 away games against Nottingham Forest in all competitions. It's also the first time they play each other in about 25 years. So,
very true. Dan, I'll pass it to you real quick. What do you make of the Liverpool lineup here today? Obviously, as Matt alluded to here, we're missing some of the stars that you would normally see on the pitch, but it's still a pretty solid lineup for the FA Cup nonetheless.
It is. I'm actually quite happy to see Salah and Mane getting a rest. No disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but the days of us not having squad depth are pretty much gone. Very excited to see Harvey Elliott filling the Salah role, because at the minute we have no successor to Salah. We have no number 2. If Salah's not playing right, it's a big shift. If Harvey Elliott can fill that role, brilliant. He's the most exciting sort of name starter today for me. I am curious as to what it takes for Curtis Jones to get a game, because whenever he comes on, he does well. No disrespect to Ox, I do like the guy. I like him as a player, and he's always got a screamer in him and all the rest of it. But I would perhaps have preferred to see Jones start. But then again, I'm not a football manager. I just play Football Manager. So I could be absolutely full of it. Other than that, I can't really fault it. I'm just glad we've not started Milner at right back.
Let me ask you this as well. Sorry to interrupt you there, Matt. We've seen Oxlade-Chamberlain play as a part of that front three this season. When Salah was at AFCON, he actually filled in that role quite a fair bit. And we've seen Elliott playing centre mid. So, what do you think will be more likely to start? With Elliott in that role, or Oxlade in the middle, or the other way around. And it'll be interesting to see if they swap round.
So the interesting thing that we've seen Klopp introduce, or maybe it's not just Klopp introducing it, but this evolution in this Liverpool side has been the ability for, I guess, if you look at the flanks of how Liverpool play on both the left and right side, it's gotten so gelled, and like the chemistry is so complete that it, like, any 3 of those players on either side running from left back to left side of the midfield to the left wing, they all interchange in attack. Like, it's very, very fluid, and lots of rotation positionally within both sides of the left and right hand side of the pitch. So you could see Elliott in the midfield at one point and Ox ahead of him, or vice versa, or even Trent ahead of both men at any point in time in the game. I think that this is going to be just a very fluid run here from Liverpool.
If Trent was playing.
Oh yeah, if Trent was playing, my apologies. Gomez, who probably won't be as advanced as Elliott or Ox, so you're probably going to see a lot more of them switching positions.
I don't see Gomez doing that much down the right-hand side attacking-wise, but that's absolutely fine. If that gives Tsimikas more free license to go forward and revert to sort of a back 3, then okay, we'll see how it goes.
Indeed.
It's just a novelty seeing Liverpool this far into the FA Cup.
Indeed, the first time Klopp made it this far in the FA Cup so far. This is the first time that Nottingham Forest have been in this far in the FA Cup since 1996.
Matt, before we kick off, what does this mean to both sides? This game, the emotion of the two sides, obviously, historically speaking, they have been rivals over titles and trophies, silverware. Plus, obviously, there's an extended history with both of these sides.
Yeah,
runs
absolutely.
A bit deeper.
The link with Hillsborough goes without saying. Putting that to one side, I mean, on Friday they came to Anfield and they laid a wreath, and that was amazing, and it was such a good connection. Forest have always been so respectful about it. They actually tarped off 97 seats here today for the fans who never made it home. It's just been super nice, and I've got a huge amount of respect for Nottingham Forest. As Chris alluded to earlier on, Nottingham Forest, before Cooper took over, they definitely needed a kick in the arse, and they have. They're now on the verge of the playoffs. They are the lowest ranked team in the competition. By the time that Man City next play a Premier League game, Liverpool could be the top team in England on terms of the table for sure. So technically speaking, it is the best against the ultimate underdogs, like a better term. And I expect a exciting 2-0 win to Liverpool though. But the chat has lit up with Shah jumping in over on Twitch. Graham, I'm not reading out the not Forest comment. It's not how you say their name. It's Nottingham Forest. They get really angry about that in Nottingham.
Like Robin Hood in Nottingham.
They get really upset about it because it's Notts County, not Notts Forest. Okay, so new faces for Shah. Hadn't seen you two gentlemen before apparently, and apparently you're a bearded, and that means you are any version of Mark Goldbridge. Banned.
I'd agree with that. and we've got kickoff.
Oh, better than any version of Mark. Oh, absolutely better than anyone. Oh, I forget to tell you, are behind us, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 46 seconds in.
I'm not even kicked off. So
I'm about 20 seconds in. So we're all doing great here.
Well, I'm pausing at a minute.
I'll pause it. I have paused at a minute.
All right.
Now
I'm at 30 seconds and counting. Let's see here.
I'm at 0 seconds.
Well, you know you can watch it on ITV.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not on Escroll.
He's watching on the hub. So, while we're waiting, Tanner, just so you know, I got this from Chris.
Oh, very nice. It's going to be filled with gravy at your wedding.
I've actually got some sausage gravy in the cupboard. Might see if it works or not.
I am now at a minute and 2 seconds. 3, 4.
Oh,
5.
Pause it, Tanner.
3, 4, 5.
No, I'm at 40. So
10.
Well,
I forgot it. Right, I'm at a minute now.
All right, I'll pause it for Chris.
right, I'll let you know when I'm at a minute. Right.
We have a corner from Simicas.
What time are you on, Tanner?
1:12.
Stop it. Pause it, Tanner.
I'm already paused. I haven't gone anywhere.
Right, I'm at a minute 12.
Right.
Organization is a fundamental part of.
Graham is asking, is Chris watching on +1?
No, he's watching on Burnley time.
Right, a minute 12 now.
Go.
All right.
Play.
Simicas corner. Oh, good.
Well, that was worth waiting for.
Yeah.
Shah is saying, me wake up at early morning, 2 a.m. to watch Zavi Ball. So Shah is watching from way in the future.
Go on.
Good chance
behind
for
a corner. It's El Clasico at the moment, of course. We will be keeping half an eye on it, of course. Shah is saying Liverpool easy win 6-0.
Oh, I doubt that.
I'm not that. I'm confident that Liverpool will win, but not that confident. It's a free kick to Nottingham Forest due to offside against Harvey Elliott.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
I'll be interested to see how. I'll be interested to see how Forest react to going down. I mean, they've won 18 points from losing positions this season, so they're clearly a team that can keep their head up.
Well, as Liverpool found out in the last round of the Cup against Norwich, they went 2 up, and then Norwich got a goal back, and it was nervy around Anfield for the rest of the game.
Well, and Liverpool will need to respect Nottingham Forest here. Any team that makes it this far into the FA Cup, you have to give the.
You have to absolutely. Do not forget that literally, you're 2 games from the oldest cup in professional football, and Simicas just stacked it.
A pass outwards to Simicas, and he was on his ass.
Not raining either, is it? So you can't play on the wet turf.
Not only was he on his ass, he was on his ass about 12 feet ahead of where the pass was.
I was about to say the ball was nowhere near him either.
And I don't mean to sound mean, but when you said Steve Cooper was in charge of Nottingham Forest, I thought you meant the bald guy who used to be in charge.
It was a bit of a break here.
Not an extra from Train Spotting.
And Becker saves it at the near post.
I think that was
when I heard about Steve Cooper taking over at Nottingham Forest, I thought that's weird that they're appointing Alan Partridge, but no, that's Steve Coogan. So.
Aha!
Yeah, Alan Partridge can get in the bin.
Oh,
Yeah, Norwich.
fair
You're not
enough.
a fan?
No, because that whole Dan shit has haunted me all my
Dan!
life.
Oh yeah,
Dan!
true.
Dan, do you know who it is who's being shouted at?
Don't care.
It's Stephen Mangan.
Good for him.
Right.
Stephen
Stephen Mangan.
Mangan.
That was his claim to fame for years. Now it's Postman Pat.
To be fair,
So-
I'm just upset that we never got youth hostling with Chris Eubank.
Shah in the chat is saying petition for everyone to fund Chelsea's fuel tank.
No.
Given they're going
No,
to
I
have a
hope
new
we don't
owner next week, not a big problem, mate. I don't think.
I'm perfectly fine with the players walking.
They got the mega bus, didn't they? They got a mega bus about, didn't they? Apparently.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, pound return. It's fine. Graham, good cop, back up. This one's for you, Tan. I think no.
Yeah, when there's a break in the game, we'll be curious to know the panel's opinions of March Madness so far. Apparently, Graham is a Carolina Tar Heels fan. He's loving it. Yeah. Do y'all follow March Madness collegiate basketball?
It's a basketball thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
collegiate
well done.
basketball.
It's like the basketball FA Cup, innit?
Basically, yeah, for college, it's that's basically what it is. I mean, I used to be really big into March Madness, but every year, without fail, one of my teams disappoints, and it's just like, okay, well, there's
one
no
of your
point.
teams.
I'm just surprised that Houston are currently beating Illinois, which, quite frankly, I didn't see coming.
Thank you. Most people didn't.
We've got some flirting going on in the chat. It would seem Shah is saying Chris looks handsome.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Specsavers are open, Char.
I was about to say, yeah.
You're very welcome. Chris will feel free to follow Chris directly on Twitter at PodfatherMags.
Gotta open those DMs. Yeah.
That's my dad, actually. So. No, I'm joking. It's my granddad.
Very, very handsome.
Yeah, he's the guy. Oh, apparently, we Barca fan that wait for Leeds to get relegated. Speaking of Rafinha, remember Rafinha's agent Deco is also working as a scout in Barca and also club legend.
Well, how about Aaron Lennon?
I would like to point out that Barca have got no money to pay wages.
They've got a budget of minus 144 million.
Yes, so I'm not entirely sure that if you did, you'd probably sign him. You'd probably get rid of Aubameyang, who you just signed, and Ferran Torres, and then you'd be stuck with Martin Braithwaite again.
I was about to say with
Martin Braithwaite number
and
10
Traore,
for Barcelona.
all they need is Britta Sambalonga, and they've got the Middlesbrough front three from 2017.
But yes, I'm
but
sure.
To be fair, Deco's a good scout. No question about him being a good scout.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is sort of playing with half a deck at the moment because of the lack of money he's got.
I'm sure Chris would love to sell Aaron Lennon to Barcelona for $30-some-odd million.
Well, you sold Chris Wood for 25 million, didn't you?
I was about to say we sold Chris Wood for 25, so Aaron Lennon would be at least 100 million.
He was a free signing for you. So anything you sold would be a bonus.
Well,
Mind you,
he's been his best player this season, probably.
I was going to say,
Aaron Lennon.
Aaron Lennon's actually turned into some very good shifts for you, hasn't he? So we mentioned the volley a couple of weeks ago.
Liverpool were just in a bit of trouble at the back there, briefly.
Yeah, throwing for Nottingham Forest. They look like they are definitely engaged in this game. Again, Liverpool need to respect Forest here, which I think they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fobbs again.
Oh, piss off!
Oh,
I mean, what a block at the. Was that Naby Keita?
Yeah, it was. But that all stemmed from a bit of naivety from Harvey Elliott, which is something that will obviously depart his game as he gets older. But he does now and again just play the odd silly little pass or something that's a bit misguided.
And Jota wins the ball back out the pitch.
Oh, which sees him wide.
Simicast.
Simicast looking for. Yeah, I mean, he looked at Naby Keita, but instead went to Fabinho. Back to
Well,
Tsimikas.
back with Van Dijk. So
Mhm.
Shah saying they'll free Sergei Roberto, which will release huge wages. Possible.
How much is Sergio Roberto on?
By that logic, about 600 grand a week. Oh, nice ball out wide to Elliott. Go on, Avs. Joe Gomez bombing forward, contrary to what I said. So I told
To
you I
his
only play
credit,
football manager.
yeah.
It's a chance to counter now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Keenan Davis looking a bit isolated there.
You've seen more of Forest than I have, Chris. What's their counter like this season? Has it been fast or has it been more methodical?
No, they're very high energy, very they press well. They tend to have someone in that number 10 role, whether it is Zinkanako, whether it's Lolly, who does tend to do most of the creative work, whereas the midfield duo tends to be more destructive. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they look like, from the looks of it anyway, that Zinkanako's filling in that role, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. And Brennan Johnson as well, he's one to keep an eye on, because he does tend to go missing a fair bit. You know, on his day he's brilliant, but he just tends
what
to...
a dummy.
Ooh.
Go on. Penalty.
That's close.
He's asking for a pen. John's asking for one. He ain't getting it.
Yeah, referee's not going to give the pen
We're all
here.
ball
Not
No, I
entirely.
wasn't.
I wasn't entirely sure that was a pen myself. Charles
look
in
at
that.
Oh, here we go.
No, gets the ball.
Penalty.
that. I've seen them given.
He does get the ball.
He nearly gets Jota's balls.
Oh no,
Oh,
he
he
doesn't.
gets- I was about to say, I've seen them given.
Yeah.
No VAR.
Interesting.
No VAR here. No. Tukmani to Real Madrid is closer than Tukmani to Man United. Apparently.
Yeah, I don't see Tukmani going to Man United either.
I think they need him, but they need a whole new team.
I think they need a.
Oh, it's good interception there.
Tsimikas steps in nicely.
Fabinho was not anticipating that ball.
Fabinho.
Ox to Elliott.
Go on, Harvey.
He is exciting on the ball, so yeah.
Harvey is very exciting player to watch.
Both him and Curtis Jones are in the England team, England 21s.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, someone with a very loud engine.
Must be down 23, surely.
You are allowed a certain amount of
Over his players,
like
yeah.
23 or.
Oh, and that's just wasted opportunity there. Shah's got a good question for us here. Who's getting promoted to the Premier League next season?
Fulham, Bournemouth, Middlesbrough.
Fulham, Bournemouth,
There's
and
your three.
Middlesbrough.
There's your three.
Well, I think
Fulham, Bournemouth, and Huddersfield.
I think you
Yeah,
still
you're always
have
saying that so Rob doesn't cry.
Yeah.
I think you still actually have a shout with one of these teams here, Nottingham Forest. All things considered, I mean
They're bombing on toward the playoffs. They've got a good chance.
Thing is with playoffs is they're about 80% a combination of luck and momentum. The team that finishes third rarely wins the playoffs.
Well, this is the thing. Having a Blackpool, isn't it?
That's going to right corner.
And
can't beat the first man. You want shooting.
Chris's first rule of Radio Tech was absolutely Scottish Danny in the chat. The Council of Dan is now here. Afternoon, chaps.
Daniel, welcome.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean Luton. They'll be wanting to come up. Obviously, they're chasing hard.
Luton's ever since Nathan Jones has gone back there, he's turned them round.
The professional wrestler Nathan Jones.
Damn it, Tanner. I was just going to say he's come a long way from tagging with Big Show against Undertaker at WrestleMania.
No, he tagged with Undertaker against Big Show.
No, he technically didn't.
No, he wasn't even
in that match.
He was meant to, but he didn't.
So bad. My apologies.
Yeah, they tried getting the match together in a garage, and apparently they determined Big Show, Albert, and Undertaker determined he was not ready. Oh! Tsimikas almost with a golazo.
Scottish Danny thought the same thing, by the way. Just so you know, it is so close behind in the championship for who could end up in the playoffs. I'm guessing that Chris would like anyone in the playoffs apart from Blackburn.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them winning playoffs anyway, even if they do get it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I mean,
it would be sod's law that they do.
yeah,
sort of
probably,
thing.
to be fair. But I mean, they're not that good. So
No.
Well,
Well,
I
as
posed
proof-
this.
it's,
I posed this to
or is
Mags
he dragged
last
that
week.
wide?
I posed this to Mags last week, and he was of the opinion that he would not want Blackburn to get promoted, even if that meant we get to see the derby between Burnley and Blackburn. You feel the same way?
Yeah, no, I don't want to win Premier League because that means they're doing well.
The weird
I
thing
don't
is,
want that.
if Forest win, they've got 3 games in hand on Blackburn. If they win it, they're on 69 points, which is the
Nice.
same amount of points that Bournemouth are on right now in second place.
But to be fair, Bournemouth have the same amount of games.
They do. But I'm just saying that if they were to win those games, then they would certainly be closing the gap a little bit. It certainly gives us a good shot at the playoffs. But there was the QPR in there, Borough, and Mills just behind them as well.
Yeah. Well, anyone from the top half really can finish in the playoffs. I mean, none of the teams apart from Fulham and arguably Bournemouth are running away with it. There's only I don't have the table up in front of it, but there's only like 8 points between 3rd and 12th. So,
it is 11 points. Yes, exactly. Shah, it's the reason why Shah's allowed in the chat. You see, this is why Shah's allowed in the chat. I don't think Mbappe is as clinical as Haaland. I agree. Haaland is way more clinical.
I mean, we'll find out next season when they're
clinical as Haaland.
I guess we'll find out next season when they're both playing at Real Madrid, won't we?
I don't think they can afford both.
I think they
Of course
definitely
they
can.
Real Madrid.
They bid 200 million just to get Mbappe in the summer.
Yeah, I know, but
they're getting him on a free.
The problem is that they are also X amount of billions in debt still somehow.
Well,
but debt don't mean out unless the banks actually want the money back.
Spanish government will cover it.
Exactly.
That's basically what it is.
Well, Shah's saying it best here. Mbappe looked like he was high on weed today.
PSG got spanked by Monaco.
Smacked
really?
Around. Yeah. 3-0?
3-0 were it?
Yeah.
Is it too late for them to lose the title?
I think so. I think that they're like 14 points clear or something like that.
Let's see.
The 13 points clear, 29 games played across the board, apart from Marseille, who were on 50 points. So even if Marseille win, that'd be 12 points ahead.
Yeah, Rin
being
the surprise.
Rin
being the surprise of the season in League One.
Wouldn't it be funny though if they didn't?
Would it be funny if PSG didn't win the title?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be hilarious.
But I don't think even PSG could bottle that.
I mean,
okay, Mags. Later when we watch this back, clip that, and we'll use it for the end of season show when they do bottle it. Okay.
Hey, if PSG lose all 5 games and Marseille win all 5 games, I will happily have that as part of the clip. Happily.
Goal. There's been a late goal at the Fred Stadium. It is Tottenham Hotspur 3, West Ham United 1.
At the Fred Stadium?
What did we call it? The Fred Stadium?
Yeah,
I thought that was Old Trafford.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
at the start of the season, we decided to name the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because I hated it being called after the club, so I called it Fred.
Oh, okay.
You even ridiculed me for me at the time, Tanner.
I've slept since then. So.
And there's so much to ridicule you for, mate. I get lost in it.
It's like white noise.
Cheers. Shah in the chat is saying, I don't underestimate Perez though. I hate him, but he's also a genius. But remember, they haven't done a immediate transfer since Eden Hazard.
Yeah, because that was a genius move too, right? Like that was.
And Arsenal are now apparently eyeing Hazard for next season.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, corner here for Liverpool. Come
20
on,
minutes, 18 minutes played. It feels like longer.
I it's all in jest, Char. I mean, obviously, You can't try to completely undermine world football with the Super League and not be some kind of evil genius.
Oh, what a shite. Oh, no.
Oh, actually,
Ooh.
he said it did get to Fabinho.
What are you saying, Dan?
I thought he'd scuffed it.
No, Fabinho scuffed it.
Yeah,
No, it's a training ground routine, really.
Yeah,
And
Fabinho all
Fabinho-
smiles. He knows he could have
He
done
had
much
lock-off,
better.
or was it just a scuff?
Fabinho scuffed it, unfortunately. 18 minutes played. Don't forget, if you are just joining us here, Radio Tekkers, it is Matt, Tanner, Chris, and Dan giving you live alternative commentary to the quarter-final of the FA Cup between Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Radio Tekkers.
Yeah, if you haven't,
And we haven't even talked about food yet.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
No food talk. I'm
No,
sure it's
so-
It's inevitable now since it's been
Seriously.
since that Pandora's box has been opened.
Indeed.
my
So
God.
give us some of your weird food takes in the chat, and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
I had a ham and cheese sandwich before we went live. It was very nice.
Toast-
Oh my
Toasted or
god, that
not?
is so weird. What a weird food take. You're
Toasted
I'm
mental.
just saying.
Well, but hold on. Was it melted cheese or
Toasted. Was it toasted cheese?
Was
or?
it toasted?
I didn't have time for
Toasted
that.
cheese. You got toast cheese, you heathen.
No, toast the
toasted
actual sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't toast the cheese.
Now
Conrad
hold on.
doesn't do that.
But
Conrad
hold on.
Conrad does not melt his cheese on cheese on toast.
Hold on though. Taco
What?
Bell has
Conrad
that
doesn't melt the cheese on his cheese on toast.
No, we found this out on
Yes.
Talk at the Table.
So Taco Bell
Right, no,
here in
I'm
the
gonna have to
States.
tweet him. What? No, that is not right.
So Conrad needs a headbutt.
Apparently.
It's taking
Like
that
right
back,
there,
though.
like right to the bridge of the nose, just donk.
I just briefly want to point out that Taco Bell does have the grilled cheese, or had the grilled cheese burrito, and the cheese on the outside was crusted and toasted. So it wasn't bad. It's
Scottish
quite
Danny
tasty.
saying a ham and cheese sandwich from Morrison's is beautiful.
Any ham and cheese sandwich is beautiful.
Yeah. It needs to be in crusty bread with a bit of mustard as well, just to accent the ham perfectly.
I'll be honest, I've got a bunch of like meats and cheeses in the fridge. I'm tempted to do myself like a little charcuterie and cheese board. The second half.
Try and scrape together some grapes. Yeah.
We've got a
Fuck off, grapes on a cheese board. Why would you put fruit with it? yet?
Navigator closed out. And
Never mind that, grapes.
Shah in the chat.
Grapes.
I don't hate the Super League for it anymore because New Champions League is ridiculous. They think players are money-producing machines and assume they can play football every day. It's literally encouraging number of injuries and fatigue stress on players. Shah, I fully agree. I fully hear what you're saying, and to an extent, you're right. But if you can't, bearing in mind, I go to work every single day, and I earn a decent-ish wage as a chef. Okay, these
And a
guys.
doctor.
Sometimes these guys don't even play a game at football. They get paid 90 grand a week. I'm sorry, if they can get out of bed, they can go and play football for 90 minutes.
Yes and no. I think that what I was most disturbed about with the Super League is just the fact that it's closed off and it's
I agree about
solely for commercial purposes. The
It was
greed,
elitist bullshit.
yeah, the greed that you discuss here about the Champions League is even more so the greed about the Super League. Right, like that. Like Real Madrid's whole purpose of the Super League, Perez's whole purpose of the Super League was to make sure that Real Madrid could try and get even more money to be, to put together Galacticos. Basically, I think that's what it came down to. Yes,
Indeed.
grapes on a cheese board with some meat. I thought that maybe Dan was going to treat himself to a nice Chianti or maybe some other kind of red wine of some sort at halftime, along with his cheese board and meats. And
Graham, we're about a minute and a
Bob
half
Rockbury.
behind normal time because Chris unfortunately doesn't got a TV that isn't the hub in his room.
Oh yeah,
Because-
sure. Blame the Northerner.
Well, I
Because
could,
the
well,
Burnley televisions are coal powered.
Yeah, there we go. You knew it were coming. I don't even live in Burnley, but I knew it were coming.
You don't have to live in Burnley to have a Burnley TV.
You've been to Keighley. You know what Keighley's like.
speaking
Yeah,
of Keith Lee,
it's a
You've been to
shithole.
Victoria Hall.
Speaking of Keith Lee, looks like the type of guy who enjoys grapefruit cheese.
He does.
Keith Lee is a lovely man. I've met him. He's a nice bloke. I'll have no Keith Lee slander.
Forget about Keith.
That was a great thing Tom Campbell and whoever it was on Cultaholic did as well.
Yeah.
Don't you forget about Keith.
Indeed.
I'm just upset we never got Keith Lee and Victoria at all. Keith Lee and Keith Lee.
Yeah. One of the fond memories I have from attending Progress shows before I realised it was a weird cult was Keith Lee being there and chanting, "You're just a small town in Yorkshire."
Oh, nice.
Go on, Avs.
Yeah, Progress used to be great.
Yeah.
Did it?
Till you realised they were all on the take.
Yeah. And Smallman was a massive Tory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, well,
But he wore jeans, so he must have been rebel.
Isn't Simon Miller the host of Progress now?
Is it?
Mm.
I think he is.
For what culture?
Yeah, or just
Possible.
His own channel. I think I heard this that he's the new host of Progress.
Could be Adam Blompe for all I know. Good Graham from Good Cop Bad Cop is saying we're mixing up Jason Lee and Keith Lee in my head.
He's
the one who did them martial arts films, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Bruce
no,
Lee.
that's Bruce Lee.
Well, Bruce Lee isn't Jason Lee Bruce Lee's? Isn't there's like some kind of, or am I thinking?
Oh, lovely bit of play by Costa Simicas.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice.
Brought it down and then flicked it on in one move.
Hey, Ned Spence's a good chance to run at me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Virgil's covering him. It's fine.
Oh no, he hasn't.
Yeah, he's gonna be about 10 yards.
Oh, Virgil, dirty sod.
Side.
Van Dijk and Keita then were just literally one touching it out of danger. That was audacious.
Jota's still looking for fouls here. The referee's not having any of it today.
Keita's playing left back essentially at this point.
Yeah.
Shah in the chat is saying all I want from
What the hell was that, Fab? Sorry.
He's not
Very
having
scrappy game, this.
It's scrappy, but
No team
feels
taking
like-
control, really.
feels like a proper FA Cup match.
Bit of strength there from Firmino.
Yeah.
Poor touch from Elliot.
Shah in the chat is saying all of my Classico is Aubameyang celebrating right in front of Cruz's face.
That was a weird rivalry, wasn't it? Cruz just randomly having a pop at Aubameyang like 3 years ago for no reason.
Graham saying, surely I'm not the only one old enough to remember he's got a pineapple on his head.
Obviously you are.
It rings a bell, but I don't know why.
I have no idea. I'm not from Nottinghamshire like you are, Graham.
Oh, is Graham from Nottinghamshire?
I believe he's from Nottingham area, sort of thing. I think. Correct if I'm wrong here, Graham. I've had a lot of alcohol today, right?
Good deal.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
Forest.
Oh, yeah, ex-Nottingham Forest striker Jason Lee. That was quite a haircut. Google it. I'm not showing my phone to the screen because it'll look like crap.
He apparently it was on fantasy football every week. Chris wasn't born when fantasy football was a thing, Graham. No offense, Chris.
What do you mean, no offence? It's a fact. Like,
yeah, I know, but you know.
No offence to your factual youth.
I'm so offended.
What a save!
Bobby tried to get fancy, tried to chip the keeper, and it did not work.
You called it, Chris. You called it. The keeper deserves his spot.
Fabinho giving it away again.
It was 2-on-1.
Well defended by Gomez.
Yeah. Yeah, Fabinho has not had a great game so far. He needs to shake it off. Shake it off a bit.
Charles in the chat is saying Cruz is one of the most annoying footballers I've ever seen. What, more annoying than Ronaldinho?
I refer you to the entire Atletico Madrid team.
Yeah, I mean that's
and
hard to.
The news, of course, this week, of course, that apparently Steven Gerrard is going to be signing signing himself. He's apparently be signing Luis Suarez in the summer.
Yeah,
Did
his
that-
contract's up at the end of the year, so
Yeah. I thought I
He-
heard
tell
that
you what.
rumor swirling in the wintertime too. They were
That
gonna
would
try
be
right in the midst of the silly season. So
it would be a thing of intent, to be fair, wouldn't it? Here comes Simicast.
Aston Villa signed.
Simicast!
I wish either of our left backs could finish like John Arnorisa.
Reader did that once.
Every
And
month. Once a month.
they were a double
No,
save.
he finished once that way, and then he just did the same thing every single game, and it always went 10 foot over the bar. Even did that at Fulham, the same thing.
He was prolific. He was the ginger Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos scored 2 goals in his career. Frank Skinner used to be out weekly. Fans were chanting at him every game in the 90s. Again, Greg, you are showing your age. Oh, apparently the Classica official 11 is Courtois, Carvalho, Militao, Alaba. That joke.
Why are you saying all those
James.
names weirdly for? Just speak normally.
I'm not. I'm saying it how it's written.
German James Charles, Modric, Casemiro, Fede Valverde, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo. So yes, no Benzema.
German James Charles.
I think he
Cruz.
means Cruz.
Ah, right.
I don't think that's an actual person, German James Charles.
I think who's he referring to there? Thank you, Jar.
Well,
I get
how
it.
do you know there's not a German person called James Charles? You don't know that.
No, I thought the first name was German and then James
Middle
Charles.
name
Yeah.
James, last name Charles.
Oh, apparently Benzema is injured. Apparently.
Yes, Benzema.
Right.
Benzema is injured for celebrating way too hard against PSG.
Tanner said they're going Jermaine James Charles.
Jermaine James Charles. Yeah.
So for your information, Matt, Reese has scored 31 goals for Liverpool in his 348 appearances.
I was being sarcastic.
And they were
One
all
of them-
screamers.
They were not all screamers because I remember one of them being a header, a header at the
And it
back
was a
post.
screamer of a header.
It was not. It looped in the air for about half an hour.
He just volley. He
And
takes
the ball
volley
yelled
and
all the way down.
30 yards out for a header.
No, it was at the back post. He hit the
Oh, there
back
we
post goal and got it wrong.
No, I just
Man's a
the-
lunatic.
That was really nice from Ox.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah,
ball.
Jota!
Well shepherded by the Forest defence.
The one time Ox doesn't try for a shot.
It's
Oh,
true, though,
Liverpool
isn't it?
getting a bit aggressive with their tackling now.
Nah, it's only Naby.
Nah, lad.
He's all right. He's only little. I don't know how he knocks all these people over.
He's built like a brick chicken house.
He's 5'3".
Yeah, and all its muscle.
So? He's only wee. If it was Jonathan Gresham suplexing people in the middle of the pitch, I'd understand it, but Jesus.
Jonathan Gresham may be the best person I've ever seen in person.
He would definitely be like a Thiago style midfielder. Go on. Unlucky.
Jota's got the recovery here, but it's a scrap
Penalty.
again. The referee.
Won it
does
fairly,
not-
unfortunately, Jota.
Wow. Obviously, Liverpool bias here, but the referee is just not
Apparently-
calling anything.
Oh,
for
that was
Jota
lovely
today.
from Naby.
Yeah. Nabi to Ox.
Lovely dink
Ox
out
out wide
wide.
to Simicas.
Oh.
That's a little bit too much mustard there.
A bit too much mustard.
Too much
Nice.
mustard.
Yeah, too much
If
mustard
it was
on it.
if that ball was a little bit more mayonnaise, it'd have been perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. A little bit more creamy.
You had to open a condiment.
eggy.
Can we
It's a
start calling it?
condiment!
Can we start
What?
calling every terrible pass salad cream?
Yeah. You gotta have more.
What with salad
yeah.
cream?
Salad cream's awful.
Gotta have more like Tabasco.
Well, I
on
mean,
it,
how many times do you have a salad though? To be fair, so.
Oh,
Not enough, obviously. Look at me.
Exactly. Yeah.
But to be fair, the only reason I'm so fat is because every time I shag your mum, she throws me a biscuit.
Yeah. There we go.
oh, God.
Man.
My mum's dead.
Which makes it all the more impressive that she can throw me a biscuit. I'm just quite happy she put the dispenser in.
I didn't think that we would ever go down this road here on the Radio Tekkers show, but
That's what I said the first time.
first time.
Just for clarity, I've never desecrated a corpse in that manner.
Yeah, we don't want you to.
You're taking after your idol Cain, aren't you?
Yeah, we don't want you to.
We don't talk
incriminate
about that storyline. Anyway, moving on.
Indeed. Please. Apparently, the Real Madrid fans are thinking, "Where's Leo Messi outside the Bernabeu?"
Well, the answer to that is Paris.
Yeah, I mean, they
right.
really don't seem all that educated, the Real Madrid fans.
He'll go back once his contract expires at PSG.
Apparently, he's not enjoying himself. Well, nor would I if I scored two goals. Because
I'm sure once he has the money to buy out his own release clause, he's headed
Go on,
back
Bobby.
to Barcelona to play for free.
What he should have done is not put. What he should have done is not put a.
There just seems to be so little communication between Liverpool players today. They're just off each other's wavelengths.
Graham saying, "How much do I tie up the comment to totally cover Chris in the bottom left corner of the screen? Is it
You're
enough?"
getting close. Yeah, I think if you add another 3 sentences, you might be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck you.
When
When you're an English teacher, anyway, it should be easy for you to write sentences.
He's a maths teacher.
I know.
You
But
idiot.
we'll get a comment. We'll get a comment saying, "Oh, I'm a maths teacher" or whatever.
Isn't he technically an English teacher?
He is an English teacher, yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Geography, ladies and gentlemen.
As Magda pointed out, we've banned him from being English. So,
Oh, is he now officially American in your eyes?
as far as Magda's concerned, yes.
Interesting.
Think that word Mag said was "fuck him."
It's just neither of him.
It says soccer.
I'm certain that Graham and I have very differing opinions on barbecue, based on his
Yeah,
region.
you do it. He doesn't.
I got that for
He doesn't barbecue stuff, as far as I'm aware.
Man,
There's hardly a man at all.
got to give it a try.
Go on.
Jota.
Oh, that's a poor touch. Poor.
One touch with his right foot for the left back. Simicast goes down.
Simicast has had a really solid
Jota's
game.
off for me.
Well, it's irrelevant anyway. It didn't result in a goal.
Apparently, Tammy is balling.
Tammy Abraham. The Rome derby.
Yeah, he's
Roma
doing
and
really
Lazio.
well. Yeah. Got an England call up for the first time in
Forever.
a while, off the top of my head.
He's certainly earned it for sure.
Very good for Roma.
Takes a lot to crack Southgate's favouritism.
Well, the thing, he's dropped Rashford and he's dropped Jadon Sancho and Kyle Walker, which I thought was impossible because Kyle Walker is sort of his love child. I thought at one point.
Yeah, but he still kept Tyrone Mings there over Tomori. So
really,
yeah. And has never called up Ezri Konsa.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Or Tarkovsky or me, or.
Why would they call you up?
Dog this season, so.
Well, because I could do a better job than Maguire, because I'm also a big lump.
And that's the thing. Maguire's in the squad. How did he get in there on any basis?
See, Dan likes potatoes, but he's not a potato, so I think he could cover his center back pretty well.
Don't know about that.
You're being a bit generous there, Tanner, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out here.
I appreciate it.
Graham with some math in the chat. He's almost got Chris completely covered.
Almost, yeah.
He's run out of characters.
You can still see 27.27.
He's up to Dan's mustache. Dan peering over the comment.
Hang on. I can sort this. I can make this better. Hang on. I can make it better. Look at that.
If he could get that times table to where he can get to me and Matt, that would be impressive.
That would be impressive. Ain't gonna happen, but yeah.
I don't think
Shar
he's
giving
voting
us the rundown here for El Clasico. He's giving us the Barcelona 11 now. Ter Stegen, Araujo, Piqué, Garcia, Alba, Busquets, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Ferran Torres, Aubameyang, and Dembele.
Weird thing is something about Busquets for me.
Stevie Buckets.
Busquets?
Something about him for me. He is the ultimate holding midfielder for me. You know, he holds his leg, he holds his face, he holds his arm, he holds anything that's been hit to try and win a penalty. He is the biggest diver and simulation.
You can't put him in the same bracket as Neymar. I'm sorry, but you
I
can't.
was gonna say Gareth Bale, the man who has been booked the most times in the Premier League for simulation.
I mean, he's a great golfer, though.
Neymar's a great skiver. He manages to somehow be injured every year just in time for his sister's birthday.
Graham's giving me a classic question. Footballers as Busquets. So what other footballers would be a good Busquets?
Footballers as Busquets.
I prefer footballers as biscuits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go and get the crossing, Joe. Anybody, somebody. Do it better than that.
Looks like
Keeper's doing that quite well and nicely.
The keeper, the Forest keeper looks a little bit like Graham.
No, he's got hair.
Because he's bald.
Graham, he's got hair. Graham hasn't. Sorry, Graham. It's true, you haven't.
I might just be drunk, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that must be it.
I think I'm getting that way myself.
I am stone
Are we
sober.
doing shots at half time?
I've been doing shots since the game
No.
started.
You can, but I'm not.
I haven't got anywhere to be. I just need to make sure I wake up for the Crockett Cup later.
Van
fuck, I've
Dijk
got work
with the
in the morning as
rocket
well.
launcher to Simicas. Simicas trying to find
Go on,
somebody.
Costas.
Gets to Nabi. Nabi, he's had a good game so far himself. Jota. Oh, they tied up
Too
Nabi.
intricate.
Yeah.
Graham saying, I used to play goalkeeper.
Oh, good. There you go. There's
Was
your-
that because keeper, or was that just because everyone used to stick you in there?
Well, some people like playing goalkeeper because it meant it always got picked at our school. Because no one want to go in nets.
I had a friend who was really into being a goalkeeper. Yeah, he fully devoted himself to it.
The weird thing is my brother used to. I know it's slightly different. My brother used to play field hockey at school. He was their best player, but because he was their best player, they put him in goal because he's the only one who could actually save the actual ball.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the only bizarre.
Sorry.
Best player.
I actually used to play goalkeeper for five-a-side. It's because I'm so fat I used to just lay down and fill the goal.
Yeah. I was about to say, if you know them, what are they called? Draft excluders. They have on walls now.
Yeah.
You'd be taller than the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, they usually have
Sorry, I feel like I'm beating you up a lot today. Sorry.
They usually have Harvey Elliott behind the ball, don't laying down, don't they? Graham says, "I look nothing like that keeper." Graham, you're meant to be with your eyes closed, listening to us, not watching the bloody screens. You know you're not feeling well at the moment.
Forrest gave the ball right away to Simicas. Simicas finds Harvey. Harvey
And Joe Gomez bottles it.
Gomez, come on.
The ball has just landed in Notts County Stadium
Yes, it has.
on the other side of the 7. Shah is saying apparently we're
Hang on,
looking today.
what's that? Just flown past my window. What's that?
Apparently Xavi just bottled the lineup. Apparently.
Chris, did you see the ball go past your window?
It might have been. I'm not sure.
And it might have been. That's definitely it. We are now just like 2 minutes away from half time, and it is still 0-0. Forest very much in this.
What a scrappy game this has been.
I expect a scrappy game.
Besides that Firmino 1-on-1, there's not really been a clear chance for either side, really.
Decent free kick for Liverpool here, though. With Jota going down.
Graham called me out in the chat. Surprise. Isn't it the Trent the 7? Well, you should know. You're from there. I got confused because his name is Trent 7. He named the 2 rivers, you know. I picked one at random. I'm sorry. I admit I'm wrong.
Jesus Christ, that's a rarity.
I was about to say, we'll have to document that.
Well, it's now
So,
permanently
somebody on
here
Twitch,
on the
somebody on
internet.
Twitch, clip that, please.
Yeah.
Simicast looks like he's been sleeping well lately.
Good for him.
Yeah. He just always have these heavy bags under his eyes.
I think Ed was agreeing with you on that one, by the way. Graham laughing and asking for future mags to clip this. Joe Gomez on throwing duty because, of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold is out with a hamstring injury.
That's not
Be
good.
up. Could be 4 to 5 weeks.
Really?
Come on, Rory, lap it into the box. Not quite.
I've
All
seen
that
worse
build-up.
throw-ins.
I haven't.
Matt, are you eating chocolate?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I could hear the wrapper. I was just, what's going on over there? Oh,
Roses.
chocolate
Tory.
roses.
Huh? They were free.
You have roses.
They were free.
They're, like,
Oh,
they're the bottom tier of chocolate tubs.
they
They're
were
the bottom tier.
they were free, and I'm hungry.
They're still
Half
bottom
time,
tier.
0-0.
They're still bottom tier.
I had the decency to mute my mic when I was opening my can.
Yeah.
It's the only bit of decency I'll have today, like, but
I was about to say, yeah.
yeah. Well, that was entirely forgettable.
Yeah.
Picked a great match for me debut on Tekkers.
I was about to say, yeah.
We have a silent broadcast here at ESPN FC as this game is being aired on ESPN. Nobody's talking or saying anything, and now they finally got the cue. Good for them. Ridiculous.
See,
We've got
ESPN, that's amateur hour. Radio Tekkers, this is where the professionals are.
100%. Yeah, if you are tuning in here, this is
Where
where
the
all the
big boys
action
play.
is.
Where the big boys play.
Exactly.
Okay. Graham just asked Google Maps apparently to map the distance between the 7 and Nottingham. He was told 2 hours 17 minutes.
Well, yeah, because the River Severn's the one that goes into Wales, essentially. The River Severn gets you into... If you follow that and go over the bridge, you end up in Cardiff.
Fair enough. Shires wants to collab with Graham Souness.
I can't match that level of anger.
Nor can I. Scottish Danny saying celebrations all the way in terms of chocolate. I agree, but
Celebrations, Heroes, Quality Street, and then Roses all the way down there.
unfortunately, I haven't gotten it, Rose. Unfortunately, Graham is calling out ESPN. What the
ESPN is the UTT podcast, and this is the Bang Bang podcast.
Dang.
If you want a
all right.
Monday Night Wars comparison.
And of course, there's always the other option of Monday night, which is plain wrestling, hosted by Cy Powell in the chat, of course.
Well,
What
hi,
a
Cy.
Perfect segue. Thank you, Chris.
See, set you up to it for 6, and usually you disappoint, but well,
Apparently, soon is preparing a Pogba banter for his next hairstyle. Oh, I hope not.
right.
I don't think he can grow that much hair back.
Fun fact, I say fun fact, it's not real, but my mum was in Edinburgh for the rugby one year and saw Graham Souness there. That man exudes so much anger that as a Liverpool fan of 50 years, she was too scared to go say hello and ask for a picture. He was just stood there looking angry in the street.
Nice.
He's horrifying.
And Graham's saying, can you remind me for knocked out in the last round, despite entering a mere coincidence? Yeah,
It was
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're thinking of Middlesbrough, Graham.
I was about to say, yeah. Or you're thinking of Rob.
Yeah. Yeah. So Graham,
Either
I
way,
called
you
it.
do, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got the wrong one. But Square saying, hey, Si, we all say the same thing. Hey, good to see you, Si.
I wish it was Huddersfield in this game.
Of course, we have to also note there's no chain wrestling this week, unfortunately.
Yes.
But that's okay. Chain wrestling will be back next week, no problem at all. The volley will also be back next week as well. No volley tomorrow night either, guys. Sorry. But that's okay. You've got a bumper weekend of stuff right here, right now. So half time. Dan, talk to me.
Well, first off, I really appreciate you guys postponing chain wrestling and the volley, because you know that I'll be out drinking for my birthday tomorrow, and you don't want me to miss anything. That's really thoughtful of you. Thank you, Si. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mads. Really pleasant. As far as the game goes, that was definitely a half that happened.
Yes.
Joe Gomez is getting forward a lot better than I thought he would. Wasn't expecting that. Fabinho had a bit of a shocker. Simicus is looking good. Beyond that, there's not too much to say.
Simicus looks hungry, like he always does.
Chris is fucked off, so we don't get any of his opinions.
Yeah, but by Chris, he'll be back.
He's now back. He's
shit.
learned to not take his headset to the toilet with him this time.
After the Great WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I apologise for that one. That was really disgusting from me. So
was that the Great WrestleMania Piscopade?
No, the Great Royal Rumble, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In the chat, we've got a few things. Shah is saying, "What's up with the Everton match? Someone literally timed us to the goalpost." Yes, somebody.
Yeah, second game in a row now. It's just attention seeking, really.
Yeah, but then a fan went on the pitch and punched them after they were freed from the thing. I'm like, you had a good opportunity,
Aren't they protesting like energy efficiency or something? Something like that.
Yeah, I think they're protesting Usmanov.
It's the usage of oil. It's the usage of oil that they're protesting, because the same message was on the protester who tried to interrupt the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Tried and failed, because Arsenal have better stewards than Everton, because Everton are tin pot Ray Cash.
Absolutely.
But for all of those asking, though, no, it was not actually the goalkeeper who tied themselves to the goalposts, despite the scoreline being 4-0.
It would have made Jordan Pickford more effective.
Indeed, and in the chat, Graham is saying Forest position is so close to 27.27%. It was 29. They're close.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for you and me, Tanner. We're going to check out a few extra podcasts this week, make up No Chain Wrestling Live. Is that okay with you guys? Fine with us, of course it is, mate.
You don't have to ask me.
See, we don't get a say down.
Do it.
I don't deserve a say. I've been on the Tekkers team for a cup of coffee. I only do Doctor Who podcast.
Which is excellent. Which is absolutely excellent. Of course.
Chris is working his way up to half a voting share.
And Scottish Danny, of course, is saying the Royal Rumble Piscopade. It was.
I do apologise for that. That was absolutely minging from me.
We are not going to have a repeat, sir, at WrestleMania. We are not having a repeat. To be fair, though, Forrest had their chances. Did he go for goal? Did he cross back in? He went cross back in. If he'd gone for goal, he might have scored.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting to see kind of how the second half plays out here.
Indeed. Sorry, the chat is saying, Ty, just want to check with the Tekkers head honchos. Well,
thank you. Yeah. I appreciate the wanting to ask in a very public forum.
You could have slid into our DMs on that one side.
I was just wondering as well, Tanner, can I have a raise?
Yeah, sure. The check's in the mail.
You can have 2 muffins off the trolley.
Yeah. Tanner, can I start getting paid?
Sure.
You
Check,
can have
checks
one
in
muffin off a trolley.
checks in the mail. I was actually trying to check and see if we were making any royalties yet off of the old podcast, but we're getting close. Getting close, folks.
Well, I'm sorry for screwing that up for you.
And also getting close, our subscribership has gone up
Mm.
massively this last week. We are now just 10 away from getting our own URL on YouTube.
Yes.
Nice.
So if you're watching and you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that
We've
subscribe
nearly-
button.
We've nearly got on Earl.
You're being called out here, Tanner. You're being called out
Yeah.
here.
Sent
Sent you a
DM.
tip the other day and you ignored it.
Yeah,
Oh.
depends on where you sent it to, because I'm running this whole account here, just all on my lonesome.
Tanner Reginald Tekkers, you are ignoring your DMs, sir.
Yeah, apparently.
Disgusting.
Let me see here.
Tanner Algernon Pruitt, shame on you.
Wow, that was not even close.
I
to my
prefer to
middle
think
name.
Tanner's surname is Tekkers.
Could be.
Tanner
Okay.
Tekkers.
Okay, Conor McCabe is back in the chat saying Cruder's at half time, tied 0-0. How's this game going? About the same, unfortunately, buddy. But you're welcome back. Oh, Scottish Danny's calling out Tanner versus CyberSmania. Book it. Done. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
See, you know what's really
Well,
funny?
Tanner's too busy performing at SXSW, so
Yeah, South by Southwest. Yeah. See, what's funny is Cy did send me a DM, but nothing in regards to Chain Wrestling uploading more content.
No,
So-
he's saying in general, you ignore him.
I don't mean to. I'm sorry, Cy.
You get used to it. I have it all the time.
he didn't ignore my DM. Just,
I just said
you know,
I
that
was
makes
I
me
was
better.
I was getting my steps in the day, and I got a message about Mag being unable to not be here, and it took him after him messaging me. It took 5 messages from me for him to respond to one. I get it early in America, but even so,
Yeah. Yeah. it's
Why aren't you on
6.
call 24/7, Tanner, you dick?
Yeah, I know, right?
Took you
Like, what
5
am I-
minutes to respond to a DM. That's disgusting.
5 minutes. 5
5
minutes.
minutes.
What's that? A minute for every hour you're behind
I
GMT?
would
How
like to
dare
say
you?
if he hadn't read it,
Yeah.
that's fine. But you read it and then didn't reply. You
Yeah.
left me on red.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Do you know
And
what?
we're
Do you know why?
trying to-
Because
There's this thing where somebody has to go and poop, and I don't take my cell phone with me when I go
Everyone-
poop.
why
So-
not?
What human being doesn't do that?
It's,
It's
it's
read.
unsanitary. Why
So's
I
your
do that?
face. Why don't you do that?
Wow. Wow.
Christ.
As if you
Dad,
don't take your phone to poop.
Dad, you
I
have two
stare at the
muffins
wall
on
like
the
a real man.
Well, just like aggressively concentrate on that one bit.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like Pierre Luigi Colina, sort of like at the wall.
Eyes bulging out of his.
Just a vein popping out of his head.
Right. The real question is though:
Yeah.
do you poop naked?
What?
It's more. You know how it's more it's more comfortable to poop naked.
It is, to be fair.
I
But
mean,
that's only if I'm naked beforehand. If I needed a poo now, I wouldn't strip down. Right?
Really?
Yeah. No,
You're
that's
younger
only in public
generation.
toilets I do that.
And everyone is good cop, bad cop just dropped.
Take your hand
And we're talking about how you drop.
yeah,
indeed.
there you go. Speaking
Indeed.
of drops,
Indeed, Scotty Danny saying thanks, checking out. Like, absolutely, it's a bit different this week's episode, but it's still a good episode as far as I'm concerned.
I won't check it out. But
Now, well,
It won't be as good as last week's.
no, exactly.
next week, of course, Scotty Danny's on the show.
ooh,
Nice.
ooh.
Hmm.
Danny's great. We just did
Scottish
change
Danny,
attitude.
a UTT find.
Indeed, he is.
Because we had him on first. Just saying. You know.
Scottish Danny sound about. I take this with love. You sound about 8. He sounds so young on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. I think he's younger than
Yeah, but
me.
I feel so old
I mean,
now.
You can't really help your
Your age.
like how you sound. I mean, I come across middle-aged, so
Well, you are from the north, and apparently real Chris B too.
Oh, Chris Bellis.
Mm.
Good stuff.
why is he the real Chris? Why a fake
Because-
Chris?
Because there's a lot of fake Chris Bellises out there.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
There's at least
Well-
73 on my last count.
Whereas there's only one Chris Harris.
Exactly.
Thankfully.
There's only one Chris Harris.
Yeah. I mean, you should have seen
Thank fuck,
TNA
there's only
one
one
with
Chris.
James
Harris.
Storm. Brilliant.
Apparently, Danny said he's 31.
He's 31. Okay, so he and I are actually the same age.
One is age significantly better than the other.
Hang on, am I the oldest one on this stream?
Nope.
Oh, good.
I think it might
How old
be
are
Matt.
you? How
Matt's
old are you,
53.
Dan?
I will be 33 tomorrow.
Matt's going to be 57 next March.
Yeah.
Well, my birthday, which is August 20th, Tanner, which you should know.
Yeah, I know that. I'm
You
just
bitch.
1883.
I will be 38 this year. I will be the same age as Eddie Guerrero when he passed away.
Christ, must have been hard paper around then.
Good thing I like you, kid.
You do?
Roasts all round.
Oh, Scotty Danny saying Wildcat.
Chris Harris.
Yeah, that's me.
Wildcat Chris Harris.
Yeah.
America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, do you remember? You don't know. Do you remember, Matt?
Wildcat.
Chris Harris.
Yeah, he's dead.
Wee, good one. It's a TNA thing.
I didn't watch a lot of
2000s
TNA. I didn't watch a lot of TNA, to be fair.
Okay.
You didn't watch TNA on Challenge?
I didn't watch a lot of TNA. That's to my detriment. No.
I'm gonna be terrible and just go get another beer and maybe go for a wee. So I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's so terrible. Oh. Can't take
Graham
it
with
anywhere.
some.
Oh, I'm not
math
gonna
here.
take my headset with me though.
Yeah, right.
Graham says that I'm 15% older than the next oldest person in the Tekkers studio.
That
Thanks,
makes it
buddy.
sound actually really significant.
Well, it is. You know.
Thank you. I'm just gonna put Graham in timeout.
Oh,
And
goodness.
Scottish Daddy cleared it up for me by telling me it's Braden Walker. I know who that is. I know who that is then.
So you know who Braden Walker is, who were in WWE for like 2
much
weeks?
more vague reference than
Yeah.
Chris.
Are you
Harris.
aware of the most vague shit I have to do because it went on the Void podcast?
I mean,
Yeah.
The Void
yeah.
podcast, you guys be really good at the game show as well.
Mm.
You guys enjoy that. It's good fun.
Sure, well,
We're about to come
I
out
mean,
for the second
if,
half
if
now.
I ever got invited, I might say yeah, but you know.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I need a tag part at some point. Need to go for a 6-man
I
tag.
may have gotten invited, but knowing how frequently I check my DMs, you know, I mean,
Absolutely brilliant. Right, we're about to kick off for the second half here, guys. Is that right on your end? Or not?
yeah, we've got the ball at the center circle. So
Okay, so the Nottingham Forest fans are imitating the cop with their scarves.
yeah, I didn't know that was just a cop thing.
Well, no, but the cop is infamous for doing it, and we're underway second half.
And the ball is
Live
immediately out.
Yeah, live from the City Ground. This is Matt, Tanner, Chris, and Dan will eventually be providing you with alternative commentary to the second half of Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to us here on Radio Tekkers, both on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it, or
Do
set
it.
Chris on you.
Hit that button.
A
All right,
little pit bull.
ball's going out here. Simicas well ushered out. Very good.
No. Oh, wait. Oh, that took a while, but yeah. This is going to sound really harsh, but he looks like a budget Jordan Henderson.
Who?
The guy who was chanting with Simicast, number 10.
Like an Aldi Jordan Henderson. Y'all have got the Aldi, right?
We have Aldi here, yes.
Yeah,
We have Ali, yeah.
it's good stuff.
We also have Lidl.
What's little?
Aldi, but worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
So where does Pound Store or Pound Land
Do Iceland
rank?
over there?
Poundland is just below Lidl, but just above Safeway.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, because thing is, you wouldn't do your main shop at Poundland.
I've seen people do that. I've seen people do the make name shop of Poundland because they now have fully chilled and freezer goods in the Poundland now.
So,
Alright.
You can
so
do a
if I-
full weekly shop in there. You can go in there, do a full shop for under 40 quid.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
I mean, I saw they do clothes now, but I didn't see that they did.
I've got some trackies out of Poundland before, and they've actually lasted longer than ones I got out of a former Newcastle-owned sporting goods company.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
They lasted me longer, but then again, I want to try doing the splits, and that didn't help.
Yeah, no, that's probably a reason why.
Graham, you're not actually in timeout. You are aware of this. MGB Wrestling Podcast in the chat saying, "Hey guys, I thought I would drop in." You're not actually. I didn't actually put you in timeout for that comment. I just didn't expect you.
Thank you,
For
MGB
fun.
Wrestling Podcast. I appreciate your comment. Yes.
Likewise, American pounding, hilarious, right, Tanner?
Yes, I think the idea of it being called Poundland
I think
implies
he
some
has corrected
sexual
himself.
innuendo.
He had corrected
Yes.
himself.
Yeah.
And
I wait until you hear about the Pound Bakery.
Graham saying tracky bottles for £1. They weren't £1, Graham. They were £6.
So were they from
not-
£6? So they went from £6 land then.
No, Poundland clothing section is not a pound item. It is
Fucking false advertising.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it seems
But
rather contrite.
It is technically its own company called Pep and Co, which is technically a separate store within Poundland.
Oh god, we get into legal mumbo.
What a
jumbo
shit
shop.
ball.
Next we'll be on about
Jesus.
No.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
Jeez Louise. If
Allison
it weren't for
stresses me
Allison,
out.
Liverpool would be down 1-0 right now.
Absolutely. Scottish Danny sums it up by saying Poundland sells sex toys in this area. Made the news.
Huh.
In Scotland, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What, Maidstone?
He's not in. He's not. Oh my god.
I know he's not. I'm getting kayfabe.
I know roughly where Danny lives. I've met the guy, and it's not Scotland. Shocker! Name dropping there. I've met the famed Scottish Danny. Where the council of Dan's meeting, he nearly fucked it up by saying that Chelsea were going to win the League Cup final.
I would like to point out. I would like to mention that, to my detriment, I should have been there as well, but I couldn't make it. Unfortunately, I had a scan I had to be at, which I talked about.
It's no worries, dude. Yeah.
As a reminder to everybody out there, of course, if you need to, you get yourself checked out, because if you leave it too late, it could be too late.
Yeah, never choose a pint over a medical procedure. Or
Absolutely.
surgery.
Exactly. Dr. Matt has spoken.
He would know.
Indeed. Danny's going to send it in the chat to us, apparently. But yeah, the sex toys. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we'll be showing that moment.
I'll get to take a look at this.
Oh, okay. Footballers at Budget Supermarket. We'll start with Geordie Audi. Okay.
Glenn Liddell.
Clinton Morrison's.
Nice.
Ex-Welsh footballer Glenn Liddell.
I like that. Okay. Marcus and Spencer Babel.
Neto.
Hey, yeah, true.
As Danny Mills.
Oh.
That was a bit of a stretch. That was a bit of a one. I feel bad.
There should be more than this. That
There are more than that for sure.
See here. All right. Ball out. I don't know if it looks like it might be for a corner here for Nottingham Forest.
Apparently, the Poundland shops are furious because the sex toys are being sold next to Quality Street. This is a legit thing, apparently.
Why would that make a difference?
I was about to say, yeah, they got to go somewhere, you know.
And why not next to the chocolate? You're after a good time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it makes
Or is
sense.
it more of
People
like
pick up those
or is it
things.
more of a commentary of them being quality, perhaps?
I've got a quote here. It says, the discount retailer said it has sold the sex toys for 10 years and never had any complaints.
Well, of course not. It's Poundland. Christ, can anybody have you got like a tumbleweed graphic?
Apparently, this is in Stoke-on-Trent. Apparently,
Well, that explains it. Stoke's a fucking shithole. I hate Stoke.
Apparently,
housemate's pissed in my car.
Apparently,
Oh,
it's
nice.
because somebody, apparently an errant member of staff decided to move the displays around. Margaret Jackson, who is 72, said, "It's disgusting. My husband and I just saw them. It's best for that sort of stuff to be kept in the sex shops or
Ooh.
Nabby lad."
I mean, to be fair, if there's one thing that I'm concerned about if I'm shopping in a Poundland, it's the position of the sex toys.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want the sex toys, anywhere near the pens or like that.
Yeah, you don't need your dildos next to your Haribos.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely not. Graham saying, "Nice job to us all." By the way, well, thank you very much, Graham. We did it right, I think. If I put him in timeout now, then I'm a dick. I'm doing nothing.
Except
if Tanner wants to do it, and he can do. Graham is saying, "If looking for a pen for Granny, get some quality tree." And now, what else? Square saying they're originally next to the toothbrush. Oh God! You got a direct free kick here for Liverpool in a daily attacking area. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still 0-0.
How far ahead are you?
53-46.
I'm on 53-53.
Yeah.
I haven't changed my thing at all, Tanner.
You said a direct free kick, but it's a throw-in.
It's a throw-in, yeah.
It looked like he was
okay.
getting. It looked like because he pointed and he was getting a yellow card. That's why I thought he was
Oh, well,
getting
if he pointed, it must have been a free kick then.
Go on, Fab.
The point is the universal sign for a free kick.
Exactly.
Or a corner. Or is the hand up the corner?
No, it's both hands up is the corner.
The hand is pointing towards the corner normally.
Sometimes they do one hand.
Joe
just the left
Gomez's
or the
part
right.
back there was weaker than one of my punches.
Well, that's a good tackle, that.
Oh, it was a Carling Black Label.
Oof. Yeah.
Is that the young Ghana lad who's on loan from
Man
Man
United,
United?
yeah.
Garrett.
I think he's got some good stuff about him.
And it won't come out of Man United.
No.
Well, you never know. They may end up deciding to go with the kids again. They've got nothing to lose at this point, have they?
I mean, they've been playing immature players for years, so I mean, why not? Keep going with that, right? Hey, smart jokes here.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
I'll get you up.
Yeah, Chris is talking to someone else.
Chris is disgusted and leaving.
He's now getting.
I think he actually lives in a hotel and he has to distribute those.
He's running an Airbnb, it seems. There'll be champagne in the fridge later. There'll be chocolates on the pillows.
They're all actually busted with cocaine.
He had to bring out the towels, the bathrobes is what it
all
seems.
of this as well.
Yeah, what he's smiling, staring at me. What?
So when is dinner going? When is dinner then, Chris?
Well, I've got a takeaway coming, so I don't know.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Yeah, but what about your guests?
Yeah, what about exactly? How many rooms do you have? How many? When's
I
housekeeping?
Yeah,
When's housekeeping? You outsourced it. I love it.
I can't wait for your foreigner bed appearance coming up.
To be fair, for me catering, I just do what Matt does at the hospital and put some Russell's burgers in.
And you're in timeout.
Come on.
When did this become a dictatorship on Matt's part?
It is, yeah. Literally
banning
1984.
The Matt-tatorship.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm in bad cop mode today. What can I say?
Yeah,
that's not a justification.
Well, for Graham,
so this is some innovation that I've never seen before. If you look at the I was gonna say the Newcastle. If you look at the Nottingham Forest kits on their pants, they actually have a sponsorship. I've not seen that before ever.
To be fair, a lot of the leagues in general, apart from the Premier League, have sponsorship on the back of the shirts. So, to be fair, the Championship is quite common having it on the back of a shirt as well. They have it a lot in Germany and France.
Mexico has quite a bit on the back of the shirt, all over the shirt, really, too. But I've never seen it actually on the shorts. Never seen it there. That's interesting.
Not bad. Good pass back.
Tsimikas, Jota, ball goes out for a throw-in. Was a throw-in for... I can't tell who was a throw-in for. I guess now it's a throw-in for Liverpool. And now this guy thinks it's basketball, and he puts his hand up over...
Well, that's the captain trying to slow things down for the defence. And
I'm sure...
Run the risk of getting a yellow card there.
Yeah. If we're a big team, they'd call it game management. Because they're a small team, it's time wasting.
He had a point. Gomez with the ball in, good header out though.
They really should make that adjustment in Football Manager to where if you're in anywhere but the
anywhere outside the top 6.
Yeah, you're time wasting, but the alternative is it's game management.
Game management, yeah. It's like how top 6 teams, they don't play hoofball. It's weighted passes.
Yeah, you know.
Cater.
Go on, Harvey. Ooh,
it's not.
Gomez!
Oh,
that knee stuck in the near post.
It's not route 1. It's just being direct. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like when Burnley become a top 6 team, it won't be shithousery. It will be direct football.
It'll still be shithousery.
It'll just be a boxing match. Yeah.
It'll be 5 rounds covering it. With
Joe, what would yours?
Joe, what are you doing? Don't get sent off, you idiot!
I mean, that was stupid. There were no one in the box, no danger.
That was completely brainless.
Yeah, now you're going to get a card.
And I don't think we've got anybody on the bench we can bring on.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a spare right back.
Because Neco Williams on loan.
I know why Nico wanted to go on loan, but it's still a pain in the ass that we let him do it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that move myself. Who could play it right back?
Fuck it, put Luis Diaz there.
Yeah, you could probably put Jordan Henderson there. He'd probably do okay.
Well, no, because he's also one who likes a brainless tackle.
That's true.
I remember just after we signed Henderson and Stuart Downing, both our right back and left back at the time were injured, and they were playing fullback roles. We spent playing our £40 million worth of wingers we'd signed them for as fullbacks.
You might be
I think what the move would be is to put Fabinho to right back, and then put on probably Henderson.
Yeah.
Well, we've got
Thiago.
I'd say, just for people who aren't aware, the bench is Thiago Alcantara, Adrian, Henderson, Jones, Minamino, Diaz, Origi, Matip, and Beck.
The guitarist.
Not the folk / prog rock musician. Owen Beck.
The guy.
Loser. Firmino, that was a terrible pass.
The idea was good, but it was way too weak.
The idea was good. The execution was.
It was weak as one of Donald Trump's handshakes.
Yeah, very.
Limp-wristed.
Let's see.
God, this half, so they've only been playing for 16 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of been...
sorry, are we boring you, Dan?
No, you guys aren't. You guys are keeping me going.
It's just been a very, physical...
Forward backing out here! Hey, Joe Gomez on his own! Deals with it well.
Still,
See,
though.
as soon as I pipe up, the excitement happens.
Exactly, yeah. They're a good ball out, but well defended from Gomez.
It's a little bit
Half an hour to
nervy, though,
go.
still with Gomez being on a yellow card there.
I'm very
Just
nervous
never know.
about that because he's an England defender, to be fair. So he should be.
Ooh.
Well, we've got a triple
Is that a
change coming on.
triple change? Diaz,
Henderson,
Minamino, and Henderson.
and
Minamino,
yeah,
Diaz, Henderson, yeah.
that's
Is it 5 subs or 3 allowed? in the FA Cup?
5 in the FA
Five.
Cup, yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
So
Well,
they'll
that makes more
probably
sense then.
put Harvey off for Minamino, Diaz on for Bobby.
I think Bobby would be one coming off, and Henderson, I imagine, would probably go into midfield in exchange, possibly for Oxlade-Chamberlain.
You know,
Or
or
maybe they
Gomez
put
as Dan.
Thiago.
pointed out.
Is Thiago coming on?
So I will
Ox
be
coming off.
Santiago.
Ox coming off Diaz.
Diaz. That's an attacking move.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, don't look like that, Ox. You've done shit all.
Yeah.
I mean, he seemingly has been that way for a long time now.
To be fair, I do like the fact that they don't want to come off because they want to keep playing. I do
Right.
like the fact that they're upset about coming off. But the fact matter is that we've got Liverpool have got such a depth of amazing
Harvey Elliott.
talent.
Harvey Elliott coming off.
Harvey Elliott coming off. I think we could call that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still making his way back from injury, of course. Officially.
Yeah, I mean, Ox. I don't think, he. This was an opportunity for him to really strut his stuff, and I don't think
Fabinho coming off and Keita.
Wow.
Sorry, Tanner.
No, that's okay. That's a big call there for Fabinho to come off with
There's
Gomez being on a
there's
yellow.
a 4-man change. Graham from Good Cop Back.
Did I see Xander Silva's coming on as well for Forest, I think. So that's an second change.
I disagree with Graham there. I don't think it's a terrible reaction. I think it's a good reaction because Ox obviously wants to do better for the team.
Yeah.
It's just he hasn't done it. Therefore, if he's got that competitive spirit and he wants to do it, then great. It's just Ox can just be so inconsistent. It's almost like if he doesn't score within the first 10 minutes, then he does nothing for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Not
I think
that
Cafu
Cafu.
coming off, yeah, not that Cafu. Coming off for Joe Lolly, who
Oh.
himself is coming back from an injury. So yeah, you'd assume that would mean because it looks like they've played with Lolly and Johnson wide, so you'd assume that would mean Zinkernackel probably goes out wide.
So they no longer have a wide Johnson.
very thin.
Ah, dear, very good.
It's like narrow and skinny and
Yeah.
not as effective.
Pencil.
Yeah, if you explain the joke, it's not as funny, Dan. So
Wasn't explaining the joke. Shut up, child.
which way do yours lean anyway? Left or right?
I don't know. I'm so fat, to be honest. That mine are just kind of smushed in the middle of everything. Looks like
The
the-
Forest
Right.
manager looking very impressed by
Can I
everything
say
that
he
he's
looks
seeing.
like he's falling asleep?
Yeah, he's stoned out of his mind.
If Mr. Burns was an actual human being,
Excellent.
I mean, he is an ugly sod, Steve Cooper, but he's a good manager. It's just he wasn't blessed in.
Gomez
looks
steps
department.
in.
He's a
back
former
heel.
Forest player too, isn't he? Steve Cooper.
Henderson.
He might be.
Henderson, who has taken the armband from Van Dijk.
I mean, surprise, surprise.
Van Dijk should be
Here are-
Liverpool captain next season.
Who?
Van Dijk, he should be the captain next season.
I mean,
Well,
it's
Henderson
possible.
really only seems to get into team based on
Because he
Off the
shouts a
field.
little bit.
his off the field qualities rather than his actual on pitch qualities. Because on the pitch, he's not very good.
Henderson's a perfectly serviceable footballer
Yeah.
in the way that, like, it's completely middle of the road. He likes a sideways pass.
He
Yeah.
He does the necessary things.
Are you saying he's a modern Michael Carrick?
Yes.
No, I'd say
Michael
Carrick's a better.
Carrick
I'd say
was
Carrick was a better
100%.
midfielder.
Say again, Chris?
Oh, go on.
Oh,
Bobby picked
too much
out
mustard,
Diaz,
as
and
Anna
Diaz
would
was
say.
going to be right inside there for the goal.
Bearing in mind, I've just realised something, by the way, Tanner. Bearing in mind that during the League Cup final victory, when Kepa missed his penalty, Radio Tech was
Oh,
going
do you know what?
through
I was there for that. Did I ever mention?
You mentioned
No,
that.
really? You want to mention that?
You actually caught the ball at the game.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I wasn't in Wigan.
The Radio Takers were involved in one of those compilation videos about.
Oh,
Go,
for
go,
God's sake,
Jeez Louise. Come on.
Right, why do Liverpool do this every game? Why do Liverpool do this every game? They have a collective brain fart.
Well, what
At
is
least
Jurgen
once a
doing
game.
here? Talk us through this, Chris.
What is that? Come on. He
Here's what
goes
he's
for the
doing.
header.
Here's what he's doing.
It's like you know when you play like one bounce and you can do head snipes. That's what he was going for there.
And then he passes it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, cracking coverage by ITV here. They just cut back and Liverpool have got possession. We haven't seen what's going
anything
on. Or
that happened.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, offside was given. That's why.
Was it? I didn't see that. I was too busy
Offside was
whinging.
given. Offside was given. So technically, Gomez didn't do anything wrong. Thank goodness on that sort of thing.
Well, he almost definitely did.
As I was saying, Tara, we were involved in one of those compilation videos about Kepa's miss.
Yes.
If Liverpool don't win this game, we're going to be involved in one of those compilation videos again, aren't we?
Where I'm just going
I'll
to
be laughing at all
crying.
you three.
You're laughing at us three, yes. You'll absolutely be doing that, yeah. And, it'll be fine because we'll still get more viewers out of it, so it's fine.
True, yeah.
I mean,
it's still 0-0 with 20 minutes to go between, this is interesting. The only two English teams to win back-to-back European Cups are Liverpool and Nottingham Forest.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Forest did it first, yes, but
Yeah, they did.
But we did it best.
Well, no, I wouldn't say so.
Of course you would.
Because you didn't get promoted, then win the league, then win the European Cup, then win the European Cup again.
Not too many people have that kind of memory.
Graham's correcting me there slightly. It was for a foul on Virgil van Dijk. He was being held.
Oh,
penalty.
Oh, he's brought down the referee. What are you doing?
Referee waited up, and Diaz did not appeal for it.
I want to see a replay on that because it looks Stonewall.
Yeah, ain't happy, but he's not.
Initially, it looked Stonewall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fair, he didn't complain. He got straight back up. To be fair, he didn't get booked for it. So on we go.
True. But yeah, give the devil their due. I mean, Nottingham Forest have played a really, really solid game.
Go to the ball, Henderson, you fucking knob.
What a tackle that was by Boy Firmino.
Hit it, Minamino.
It's just in front of goal. Liverpool just lacked that bit of quality.
Graham agreeing, not a penalty on replay. We agree.
Yeah, no.
We agree it wasn't on replay. We agree it wasn't. Our first
I
impression was
don't agree. I'm just going full bias. Should have been 10 penalties.
Dan wants a penalty now.
20 minutes to play. As things stand, we will be having extra time.
It's fine. I've got enough beer.
Kanate and Van Dijk get the ball away, and it's Minamino who turned his defender.
Yeah, goal kick.
It's defended well there.
Very good defending there by Colback. Rebuilding his career at Forest after being let go by both Sunderland and Newcastle.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's not very well liked in the northeast.
We're being shown right now some of the amazing Ukraine Forest flags in the crowd. Obviously,
not flags of the actual Ukrainian forest, but Nottingham Forest fans who support Ukraine.
Absolutely, yes. Because of course, even if before the Grand Prix today, they also had a thing about UNICEF and donating to Ukraine fund. well, obviously we fully support that. Obviously,
It's a terrible ball from Konate.
may that conflict end quickly. And Forest definitely being more aggressive here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
he's
win
got
the ball
past his
high up.
man. Oh, that's well
And Alison
played.
Becker trying to get the ball out quickly.
I feel like that's the one thing that Liverpool have been consistent at this game is that when it gets to when Allison needs to be interjecting, that he's spot on. I feel like he's been the most consistent player all game, maybe outside of Virgil van Dijk.
He's needed to be a couple of times, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Konate. Back to
So this is
Alex.
what Liverpool need to do, is just keep calm in possession, because it feels like everything's been rushed this game.
Yeah.
Remember, of course, the winner
They're
of this
trying
game.
too hard. They're trying to force things that they really should just take a step back and kind of do what they do best. And they just haven't been doing that for 73 minutes.
This is the thing, unfortunately. The winners of this game, of course, will be facing Manchester City in the semi-final of the FA Cup. The winners of that game will play the winners of Crystal Palace and Chelsea.
Gomez.
Both games will be played over the weekend of the 16th and 17th of April.
Gomez finds Henderson to Jota to Tsimikas, back to Henderson. Finds Van Dijk.
I don't know if it was just because of what happened with Konate's errant ball before, but do you think we're missing a little bit of Matip's passing ability from the back?
Matip's attacking.
Yeah,
attitude,
Matip's ability to just jet forward.
With
That might be
he looks like Bambi when he goes forward. He looks like he has no clue what's going on.
Here's Gomez.
Yeah, but Gomez is supposed to be filling in for Trent, and here's Taki. So, oh god, I was hoping. I just love it when Minamino scores.
Yeah, it's
so many people write him off unfairly. And he's Liverpool's fourth highest scorer this season.
Sliced out by Virgil van Dijk. No messing.
Virgil looks pissed off.
Yeah, he's rightfully so.
He's not a happy camper, is he?
I mean, would you be? I mean, this has been a.
When am I ever?
It's been a pretty flat performance here so far.
This is a man who hasn't had a miserable day in his last 2 years of his life. $15 to play.
Yeah, weirdly, it's one of those games where you kind of wish you had a Salah or Mane on the bench. As much as I said before that I'm glad they've got the rest. They have that sort of X factor that'll inject something into the game, because at the minute we're just looking at somebody who could potentially be my dad. Oh no, wait, we're back on the pitch.
We were looking at the owner of Nottingham Forest. He looks like he's had a skin full as well. He's like half to one side of that.
I am currently sitting like that, to be fair. Go on, Virgil, take it all the way and shoot.
Oh!
About to say, he was really exploring the space
Van
there.
Dijk, that's a foul, surely, but not given.
No, here we go. Oh,
hey.
Shit,
what's the ball? How is
they
he
put it
missed
wide.
that?
See, this is something that Liverpool have been riding the luck over the last few games. In that a lot of our results have been that our opponents can't hit a cow's ass with a banjo.
Oh my god!
Oh,
the budget on Henderson to put it wide.
Zinkernakel's going to regret that. Christ, that is an absolute sitter.
Can I say the great moment looking behind at the time, and the Forest subs were literally laying on the running track, but they started to climb out of the dugout, and they were just laying there in despair, which was sort of funny, but at the same time, that may come out to bite.
Go on, Luis.
I'm not going to.
Diaz.
Oh, well defended.
Very well defended. The captain is leading by example at the back for sure, but he's going to have his hardest game keeping Luis Diaz quiet.
If we could actually get Diaz on the ball a bit more.
Davies is coming off. And so Zinganagel.
I feel like there should be jokes being made about Zinkernackle's name. I just
Myton and Surrey.
can't think of any.
Yeah, you would think that we'd have had a few more of those here in this game. But
One thing I've always said: why is it that everything a German ever says just sounds so sounds so angry?
Well, the Germanic languages are quite angry sounding in general. It's just the way the words are formed. You can say the nicest thing in the world in German and it sounds aggressive. I've studied German up to A level, and there's very few nice sounding words in German.
Exactly, Marja, Faja. It's all a bit angry, isn't it?
I feel like you're adding a bit of an inflection there.
Oh, it's a goal!
Solid goal there from Diogo Jota.
Diego Jota at the back post.
Hang on, is he offside?
He might be. We'll have to see.
Wait, there's no VAR though, so if the ref's giving it,
yeah,
there's no VAR.
I mean, VAR has not flashed up, so
yeah, because there's no VAR.
Oh, is there not VAR in the FA Cup?
No.
Only if it's at that ground, and it's not a Premier League ground. It's a Jota looks like he's on side.
he was offside.
Oh,
he's off. He were offside.
I don't know. The angle's
was
a little
off.
bit. Oh. I'd like to see it from the other angle.
It certainly would have been questioned by VAR for sure.
Well, they
yeah,
don't by VAR. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Just to inject a little UTT into proceedings, I'm going to open a Most Loyal Beer Engineers Daily Grind Coffee Stout.
Oh, VAR is checking it.
Oh, there is VAR. Oh, it should be overturned then if there's VAR.
Well, while that's going on.
Yeah. So what is that, Dan? What do you have there?
It's a Daily Grind Coffee Stout from Most Loyal Beer Engineers.
Well, whilst you're enjoying that, I'll be enjoying some peri-peri chicken with rice and a salad.
Nice. Looks
Onside given by VAR.
Oh, so Tanner was right for the first time ever.
Look at that. Look at that. See, they're judging it based off of the shoulder being in line with the foot, which does not sound right on paper.
I've accidentally sprayed beer all over my laptop.
That's what you get for coming at the king.
Which goes
Tanner, I have not come at you once.
Which just goes to show,
in any sense.
As Graham in the chat about the VAR check, and it's standing. It is indeed a goal for Liverpool.
Liverpool need to thank their lucky stars, though.
Indeed, how costly was that miss then?
We've got a corner already, though.
Yeah.
2-0, hopefully. Come on, please.
The Flares are out against Nottingham Forest.
Are we not allowed to celebrate wins?
Well, it's embarrassing you got the Flares out.
In a round of the FA Cup that we've not been in for about 6 years. Penalty.
Ooh, possible penalty? No.
10 penalties.
Penalty.
Bastards.
Well, apparently.
Okay, we've now found most biased fan ever to appear on Tekkers.
Well, you haven't seen me on a Burnley game.
To be fair,
we've never done a Burnley game. So
to be fair, though,
yeah, there's a reason for that.
I will say right now, we've got a massive double header of games coming up on the 10th of April, which I'm unavailable for. So I do need someone to take my seat for the double header of Burnley versus Norwich and Liverpool versus Manchester City.
Yeah, I wonder which game we're going to cover.
They're both back to back, Tanner.
I won't be able to cover Liverpool versus City. I'll be too busy sat in the other room drinking myself into oblivion and gnawing my fingernails into.
It's my nephew's birthday. I can't not be there. So
when you can, but
no, if I do that, I will be disowned, and that's not good.
Football's more important. If I can't get tickets to it, then I'll be on coverage.
Oh, absolutely fantastic! That'll be great, Chris.
Why have you got a hookup for City Liverpool?
Yeah.
Let's get a look at that peri-peri chicken that you have there, Chris.
Dangerous free kick for Forest
Yeah,
here.
go. We'll
First,
make
though.
Two of these was this, which is looks like that. I don't. Thing is, I want to get a close up, but I'll still write on my keyboard.
It looks uncooked on one side.
Well, no, that's rice. That's not.
No, I mean where it's all pink.
All right. Well, no, that's fine.
Delicioso.
Clearance from Jota there. Danger.
And then this one's just black. So.
Oh, so they charred that one pretty good.
7 to play at the City Ground.
Well, if you're ever in Eastbourne, then go to Zolshire's because it's good.
Zolshires.
Solskjaer's.
He's abandoned football completely. He's all about.
You know, Greek chef.
He's coming for Matt's job.
In Bundesliga, FC Cologne are currently 1-1 with Borussia Dortmund.
Ooh.
Nice.
FC Cologne coming from behind.
And here comes Jota.
I've always been a fan of those goats.
Simicast.
You've tickled yourself there, Tanner, and no one else.
I did.
Yeah, speaking of the tumbleweed that Dan was on about.
Football Talk ratio has been appalling this match. Graham saying that the food talk to radio to Football Talk has been appalling. So you're wanting more food talk?
Go on,
Graham, I'd like to point out, if you actually watch Intel Gossip about we talk about food for a lot of the race. So you should have been in that chat earlier, Graham.
Oh, that would have been a brilliant.
Oh, what a great block!
Yeah.
And can I actually book that? Surely.
This has been a bugbear of mine for Liverpool for a good few years now. We always seem to want to challenge, we press high and all that, but we make stupid challenges from behind. And whether it's a full-blooded challenge or there's just enough contact for someone to go down, the player will always go down. We've not learned, and it's just fucking stupid.
It is indeed. To give Graham more food talk, he's asking for more food talk. Footballers as takeaway items. Chicken chow mane.
Nice. Chicken tikka mo salad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boiled rice.
Oh, piss off.
Oh.
Rowdy surely.
No.
I missed that. What happened?
I mean,
he did get his ankle, to be fair, though.
He got his ankle, but I don't think he's denying him a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah,
the ball was already working itself wide.
If the ball away from a goal.
It seemed like he were already going down. I mean, I've seen him given.
Oh, he dragged his leg. He dragged his leg
across.
I have seen them given.
Arm.
If the ref gives that, I don't think it's overturned.
It can't be.
He's
seen him given.
I think he's going to look at it.
It's not the standing leg.
If you look at Becker, he actually pulled his arm away as well.
Yeah. He's going to check VAR. I don't
know. The goalkeeper had every right to go for that ball.
Goal kick given. Goal kick given. Well done. That's what VAR's there for. Graham in the chat, Declan fried rice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Patrick cheeseburger. The two obvious ones.
Not bad.
Graham is agreeing in the chat. No penalty for him. VAR confirmed it. Absolutely right. 4 minutes to play plus time lost.
Phil Kebabble.
Phil Kebab. Like it. Phil Kebab.
Sorry, I was going to say Marcus Kebabble.
Jota having a bit of a scrap here.
I just want a kebab now.
Donna van der Beek.
There you go.
Nice.
Very good. That's some good ones here.
Big Verge with some in-game time management.
To be fair, he goes.
Only
Cafu
his
headbutted him.
face after there was no contact. at all.
Cafu viciously headbutted him.
Oh, and possibly the best one from Graham, Nani.
Oh, that is brilliant.
That is good.
That is good.
That is
That is
quality.
What about Garlic Fred?
That
tickled me.
I'm trying to think of. Oh no, that will. I'm trying to think of something with the calzone, but all I could think of was calzola.
Pierluigi Calzone.
Or Santi Calzona.
And, yeah, that all works for Calzone, yeah.
I'm watching the game now and trying to think about takeaways, and it's just I can't talk when I'm doing to both of those.
Graham actually liked that one, I think, from me. Okay, I think we've all got a really good one so far each. So well done us.
I'm quite happy with chicken tikka Mo Salah. The only other one I could think of was Fabuna instead of Fabinho.
Oh, that's poor.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't going to say it, but you know, there was a moment of
Sam
dead air.
Ada fried rice.
Nah. Oh shit in hell! Free header there from Forest.
You must have a craving for fried rice, Matt.
Right into the arms of Alisson Becker in the 88th minute.
Yeah, they've had chances of Forest.
Mm-hmm. They've
Alisson
played very well.
Covered, but they haven't. Exactly, it's 1-0, but it's been fortunate. It could have been 1-0. It should have been 1-0 to Forest before this.
They've put in a good showing of Forest.
And in tribute to Mags, he says, Jesus fucking Christ, saying GFC. Okay.
Well, Mags isn't Scottish.
He's not Scottish.
He's not Scouse.
He's definitely not Scouse and Scottish.
I know, but I can't. I know, but I can't.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There you go.
Even I can't do it properly.
I just keep remembering the same thing he said when Naby Keita scored the first goal for Man United. He's like, "Is that Naby Keita?" And he's flipped. And, Jesus fucking Christ! I'm like,
flat track bully, Timo Werner.
Joe Worrell had been given the Man of Match award by Nottingham Forest. So we are now in time lost here, gentlemen. Who deserves the Man of the Match?
Jota for scoring.
Nobody.
I can't disagree with Joe Worrell, to be fair. He's defended really well this game. Yeah, they limited Liverpool's chances.
He's blocked several attacks going forward as well. He's for me, he is the man of the match, and rightly so. Colback going off here for a number 18 Silva, who you said was coming on earlier.
Alexander Silva, so it's a defender coming off for a forward, so they're going all out.
No, they got to 5 minutes of time lost. We're already 1 minute into it.
Exactly, yeah.
If Nottingham Forest are going to get anything, it needs to be now. If they're going to. Will Liverpool go for the corner? Will they go for the second?
Go on, Luis.
Does Luis Diaz understand the term "go for the corner"?
Nah.
No, he doesn't. Liverpool's first Colombian player.
Diaz was getting
He's done well to keep that in, though.
Just going back to the footballers as takeaway items, Mark fish and chips.
Very good.
It wasn't very good. It was terrible, but I appreciate it.
I've heard of worse.
I'm just glad I remembered who Mark Fish was. He played for Charlton about 20 years ago.
And the rest.
All right, I'm not as old as you.
It's a chance for a counter attack here.
Konate snuffs it
Well,
out.
they stood up strong and get to his feet as Liverpool break, and Jota can't control Konate's balls.
Yeah.
What Jota said then?
Oh, man.
As things stand, it will be Liverpool versus Manchester City in the semi-final of the FA Cup in 3 weeks' time. No, 4 weeks' time.
Jeez.
How many times are we going to play City in April?
4 at least.
Potentially 4 times.
My heart can't handle it. I can't handle the stress.
Graham's got one here in the chat, which is Billy the fish and chips.
The road
Okay.
to
2.5 to play. At the grand.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
that
bit of
was scary close.
Yeah, that was a chance.
Like I said, Liverpool riding the luck because their opponents can't hit a cow's ass with a banjo.
Sam Matterface on the commentary just shouted, "How many chances do you want?"
Yeah, I'll shut up, twatterface.
I mean, he took it down really well, but he just he gets under it.
It's a brilliant control, but the
He just
finish
gets
is
under
all wrong.
I really think Cafu would be better off playing right back.
Yeah.
I think that's his natural
It
position.
won't be as good as the Chesterfield Cafu Matt Lawton, though.
No, obviously not. Why do I still feel nervous with a minute and a half to play?
Because
Against
Liverpool,
Forest.
I would too.
Forest are playing well.
And to be fair, I was the one, even the year we won the title when we were so far ahead, I was still terrified until it was mathematically sewn up.
Grant saying he was off balance, not an easy chance. No, it wasn't an easy chance, but you still let him do better.
Oh, Diaz.
That's the first thing he's not made right all season.
Yeah. Still love him.
It's the first time Liverpool would have won in 13 attempts away at Nottingham Forest as things stand.
What the hell was that touch? Who was that?
It may have been Thiago. Thiago likes those little leaping passes.
I think it was Bobby.
No, because Bobby was on the other end of it.
Was he?
Unless he passed it to himself, which is entirely possible. Bobby's that good.
I thought Bobby passed to Diaz there. Either way, come on, Luis.
Touch that.
Very good tackle again by the Forest back line.
Unfortunately, they know they're running out of time, so they're trying to hoof it.
And here comes Forest. And cleared out by Konate.
I think Keenan Davis was offside there anyway.
Smith hoofs it halfway. Diaz.
You got to think that this will be it now, surely. We're into added time of added time.
Now, come on, we want to. Give us another. Come on, Diogo.
Jota.
Oh,
Jota.
Jesus.
Puts it into the stand. That'll do it.
Jeez. Very uncharacteristic of Jota.
Klopp is demanding the referee blows his
Klopp
whistle.
having a moan, as usual.
No, Klopp's just, he's asking him, I don't know what he's asking him.
You know, we were saying before about how everything in German sounds more aggressive. Well, it also looks more aggressive.
Yeah.
It's what you've got to remember, Chris.
Yeah.
I think we need the countdown clock for every last 30 seconds of any football game.
All right. It's been called.
That's it, full time.
Full time at City Ground. Nottingham Forest 0. Liverpool 1.
Liverpool managed to scrape past Nottingham Forest.
Well, it's better than the last few Premier League teams that have come up against them, isn't it? Or am I thinking of Middlesbrough? I've always said I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Exactly.
Yeah, apparently Jurgen Klopp
Results
knows 540 is more than 5. Simple maths. Absolutely. Oh, well.
I mean, you can't be I think that if you're Liverpool, you obviously are happy with the win, but I can't imagine you can be that encouraged by the way that they played today.
A cup match is scrappy though, Tanner. I mean,
I get that, but I came away from this game much more encouraged about Nottingham Forest than I did about Liverpool.
Tanner,
But Forest lost.
There is
I know. That's the crazy part of it.
There is an amazing phrase that was coined by the great Martin Tyler many years ago. Never underestimate the power of the FA Cup. The cup matches, it's just a leveler. And it's a cup final for Nottingham Forest, as far as they're concerned today. And, you know, they were expected to lose, and they gave a good account of themselves. Their defence was strong and robust. And Liverpool were fortunate not to lose this game because they had a glorious chance.
I 100% agree. I think what Liverpool will desperately need now is some rest and refocus ahead of playing against Watford next weekend. Or is it? I guess maybe 2 weekends from now.
It's two. Yes, they now have a week off because it's internationals.
Yeah. Well, so there you go.
Yes, the World Cup qualifiers, of course, apart from one which has been postponed for obvious reasons, unfortunately.
I think I came away from this thinking that Nottingham Forest definitely have their destiny in their own hands here as far as trying to get promotion. They've played very, very well against a team that is likely going to be there in the title race until the very end. So, I think it's going to be...
it's definitely going to go down to the last stage, the playoff race. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on that.
Yes, we'll be keeping an eye on that as the playoff battle gets more and more intense here on Radio Tekkers. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your company for the last 2 hours, 10 minutes so far. Dan and Chris, we'll go with Dan first because Chris is currently tucking into his tea still. Could you tell us how to get in touch with you and your shows you're involved with?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at DanGriffin21. Oh, wrong hand, I knew I'd get it wrong. Just down there. I've got to do it, Mags, just kablam. Just down there at DanGriffin21, usually tweeting about Liverpool or wrestling that's 6 weeks out of date or movies that are 25 years out of date. You can also find me on Unbooking the Territory podcast talking about all the first and last of wrestling. We're online at UTT Podcast, and you can find us on the same thing there. We've got a side project at Unbooking the Tankatory, which is all about the wrestling career of Tank Abbott. And you can find me on this very channel on Radio Tekkers on the Doctor Who pod with Cy Powell, where we're sort of looking at the old Who and new Who and seeing what lands for each of us. We're on Twitter at the Doctor Who pod, which is spelled THEDRWHOPOD.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Mr. Harris, would you mind giving your socials if you wish to?
Oh, I'm not doing out at the moment. I'm a lazy bastard. I'm not doing out. You can follow it. God, what even is my art? I don't even know it.
Go order some piri chicken. That's all you need to do.
Order some piri chicken off the Zolshires. And if you don't like it, then you can send any complaints to at UTT Rob.
or at Podfather Mags, which is his burner account.
Absolutely. Tanner.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at TexasGentleman_, which I regularly tell people that I don't check my DMs there. Sigh. Or you can just simply give me a follow, give all of us a follow, rather, over on Twitter at Radio Tekkers. That's RADIOTEKKERS. And as Matt has pointed out many times over the course of the day, hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, then you're not already getting the content. And if you're not getting the content, then what are we doing here? This is just madness. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. We'll see you again next time.
Indeed. Don't forget to follow me at AboutTech UK. As we said earlier, there's no Chain Wrestling tomorrow live. There is no Volley tomorrow. We will be back with both those shows next week. Check out the Chain Wrestling Twitter account because Saya just announced what's going to be on its place tomorrow. Our love goes out to Mags and his family. Don't forget to follow him at Popfarm Mags and follow him on the TikTok thing at Mags All Pods. Liverpool make it to Wembley. Let's see what happens when we get there in about a month's time.
For the semis.
It's still Wembley. It's still Wembley. Anyway, on behalf of us all here, Radio Checkers, we're out of here.
Yeah.